my name is Joshua and today we are going to be cooking a traditional South African curry. Now this curry can be served with bananas, but today we are not doing it. Right, so we are going to start this recipe off by adding our 3 tablespoons of oil. You can add more or less if you wish, but I have chosen to add a certain amount. So we empty this properly. Now about the mince. This is Quorn mince. It's a vegetarian version of mince. If you want, you can use any other mince that you'd like, but I have chosen to use Quorn mince. So, now that we've added our oil, we are going to have to add our 2 finely chopped onions. We're going to add it in the pan and fry it until they're golden and soft. After about a minute or so of frying it, you should start to hear sizzling and it should start to smell, strong. But we need to continue frying this until it's golden. Not brown, but golden. Now that your onions are golden, you can add your spices. So here are my spices. I've got 2 tablespoons of curry powder, 1 tablespoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper. That's ground pepper. So I'm just going to add them one by one. So here in goes my curry powder. You might need to mix these. Add all of that in. And now my other 3 can also go in there. You might want to get a spoon and scrape it out. But anyway, so you add your spices and you mix it well. You should get pasty stuff. If you still have oil in your pan, it should become like a brown paste, and that's what you're kind of looking for. So now you're going to put on your Quorn mince. Now the packets, these will take not very long to cook, You'll have it cooked in about 15 minutes. And what you need to do is just pour that straight in there. Now you need to mix it quite a bit. Right, so if you struggle to come along with the consistency of yours, you may want to add a little bit of water. Just go straight in there and then just mix it nicely. It will also help the spices to dissolve a bit. As you can see, I haven't added enough yet. Don't add too much, otherwise you'll have a stew instead of a curry. So now that I've got the sort of right consistency on my curry, I'm going to add my potatoes. These are 3 potatoes chopped into little squares. I'm going to scrape this right out and chuck everything in. Once you've mixed in your potatoes really well, you're going to add your 1/4 cup of raisins. Now, these are optional, but they give it quite a fruity taste, so I would recommend putting these in. Now, we're going to add our can of coconut milk. Now, it's not a can anymore because I poured the can into a glass, but we're just going to pour all of this into here and then give it a really good stir. Not worry if you have excess liquid like me, because we are going to leave it to boil for quite a bit. But before we do that, we need to add our 2 tablespoons of honey. Now this may take quite a while. Here we go, I don't know if you can really see it, but I've added my honey. And we are now going to add our peas. 1/4 cup of peas. In we go. And 1/4 cup of sweet corn. Now this can vary, you can do 1/2 cup, but yeah. So now I have added that in, and now we need to just stir it. So now that I've stirred it all in, I'm just going to let this boil. And also, as you can see here, my rice is also going to boil. So how this works is I want fluffy rice. So when the water starts bubbling, I'm going to slam that lid on, and just turn it off completely and wait till this is boiled. And that's how you get a fluffy rice. I don't know how it works, but that's how you're supposed to do it. And now here is your finished result. Thank you for watching, guys. See you later.